Hey y'all, it's Chelsea and welcome back to my perfume channel where we review niche luxury perfumes. Yes, it has been a minute since I have been back and there is a little something that is new. So incredibly grateful. I got engaged over the Christmas break, also moved into a new home, so I have a new setup, and life is lifing. So really excited to be back with you all and share some of my new discoveries as well. Today, what we're going to be getting into is scents for self-seduction. Now look, here in the US, it's the end of January, meaning that Valentine's Day is coming up pretty quickly. And I know that you're about to be bombarded with a whole bunch of content talking about how to smell so good that he's going to turn around and snap his neck trying to look at you. Or these are panty droppers. Or like whatever the hell all these different things say. Look, yes, you can definitely use perfume that way. It is a tool. That is also why Juliet Has a Gun is literally called Juliet Has a Gun. However, the way that I prefer to use perfumery is for self-seduction, which means just simply honoring yourself, honoring your carnal energy, and creating an internal environment that makes you feel good. So instead of using it to literally create this outside validation, in a way, it's about creating an internal validation. Your own turn-ons, your own turn-offs, etc., etc. But really, it's just about creating an internal environment that makes you feel good. So let's get started. The first fragrance that I have on my list is Sora, Dora, Malo. When I smelled this, I was taken. Malo, of course, it is a marshmallow scent, but it's not your everyday marshmallow scent. It's spicy. It has this beautiful pink pepper. It also has gorgeous violet and iris. And so there's this like slightly mysterious quality about it. It also has this gorgeous bed of musk in it. When I smell this scent, I feel extremely sexy. I feel grounded. There's something about the mystery of violet. Little known fact. So violet, the flower, it actually represents mystery, spiritual intrigue, the beyond. And that is absolutely what I get from this scent, Malo. It is extraordinarily mysterious, and for me, it makes me feel like just like I have a little secret in my pocket. The notes in Malo I find to be really interesting. We have vanilla sugar, raspberry, pink pepper, heliotrope, orange blossom, almond, violet, black musk, and amber. Now, I admit I don't necessarily know what black musk is, but if it's this, then I'm into it. If you do know what black musk is, or you can even recommend some other fragrances that have that in it, I'm very curious because I love a musk. And if it's black, even better. So please help me out with that. I'd appreciate it. I literally imagine Malo to be the gorgeous color of violet. It literally smells how violet looks. Elegant, but then it pops. Now, if you go onto the Lucky Scent website or even just Sora Dora's website, you are going to see the most ridiculous copy talking about this fragrance. It literally says something like, Malo cannot be smelt, it can only be felt. It can only be seen. And it just like goes on into this like really wild poetry on how ephemeral this scent is. And the thing is, they ain't wrong. It is unlike anything I've ever smelled before because it's both soft yet spicy. It's rounded yet it is. I got it. This is the kind of fragrance that I would imagine Jennifer Aniston rocking because she has this cool earthy vibe to her, and she also is so incredibly elegant, but it's also understated. That is what I get from this. She's distinct, but she also isn't trying too hard. Malo, love it. Sora Dora, It's divine. Check it out. Oh my God, I can already smell it. The next fragrance, oh, Jesus Christ. The next fragrance I'm about to introduce to you is Unique Luxury Mango Nificent. I have been obsessed with Mango Nificent ever since I first smelt it at, gosh, I can't even remember where. All I know is that I have been obsessed. It is so creamy, so photorealistic. It literally smells like mango drizzled with honey and musk in the background. Imagine like also just a hint of spice, and that's Mango-nificent. At first, the reason why I wasn't sure whether I wanted to include this in this video is because it is so strong. The sillage on this, 2 sprays, boom, in your face. And I was kind of like, you know, for self-seduction, is that something that I want to include? Because this isn't about having a bombastic fragrance for other people to smell. It's about having a scent that is truly for you. However, I don't care. It don't matter. Let them all smell ya. Let them all smell ya. Mango-nificent is one of these fragrances that I put on and I feel like a badass. Seriously, seriously. Sometimes I wear it for auditions. Like, well, Zoom auditions when I'm home. Because trust me, if you were to walk into an audition room wearing this, everybody's going to be like, And technically you're not supposed to wear fragrances when you go to auditions because blah, 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 because people have allergies. Anyway, oh gosh, Mango-nificent, it makes me feel like a boss. Mango, bergamot, rose. You also have geranium, jasmine. Oh, yes. Jasmine as well as patchouli, musk, honey, amber, vanilla, sandalwood, and moss. Maybe it's the jasmine that I get in there that does give it this very indolic feel to it. And if you don't know what indoles are or what that means, basically indoles are referring to, it's referring to slightly animalic smells. And what that means is that things that are very pungent, that are very intoxicating, and that sometimes maybe even smell like bodily fluids, all different kinds. All different kinds of bodily fluids. So for whatever reason to the human body, something that is indolic, it makes you want to continue to smell it. A lot of white flowers are indolic. They have that real pungent smell that you keep wanting to come back to. That's why. And, Mango-nificent is just magnificent. Yeah, it definitely is. I think that somebody who's young can rock this. I think a well-dressed man can rock this. I think that a woman who's dressed like I am right now can rock this. It's both elegant, but it has a sense of humor because it's also very playful. It can be dressed up. I think it can also be dressed down. And big fan, as y'all can tell. Mango-nificent by Unique Luxury. This next fragrance is Moon Glory by the HARMONIST. I love this fragrance. It just feels so romantic to me. And it's not even necessarily romance that's like with a partner, as much as it's like the idea of a romantic story. You know what I mean? Like it makes me think of a rom-com. Like that satisfying ending of a rom-com and you feel so hopeful after. That's how I feel about this fragrance. That's what it makes me think of. It's this honey and jasmine forward fragrance that packs a punch. I have fallen in love with honey, by the way. I have fallen in love with honey. I know the Beyonce perfume has honey in it, and a bunch of other big fragrances that have just recently come out have honey in them. And I have always been a honey fan. I eat honey every day because it's actually really good for the immune system, especially local honey. And the way that the honey note is done in this fragrance, and specifically the way it is balanced with the jasmine, I am taken every single time I smell it. It is just like, it feels youthful, but also incredibly elegant and grown up at the same time. I'm obsessed with everything on the scent pyramid for Moon Glory. It has ylang ylang, Hawaiian jasmine, lychee, honey, passion flower, lady of the night flower. I don't even know what that is, but I love it. Peru balsam, white musk, and hinoki wood. The Harmonist really did it with this one. And also, if you don't know a whole lot about the Harmonist, the thing that's really fun about them is that you can actually go onto their website and take a test, and kind of based off of who you are, what your style is, and what you're needing to bring into your life or into your personality to help make you a more well-rounded person, it suggests a fragrance. I love stuff like that because there's a whole science behind fragrance typing for people. The woman that wears Moon Glory, me, I imagine someone that has like a really kind of fun, quirky sense of style. She's probably in her 30s, her 40s, 50s plus, but she has this real fun, cool, youthful edge to her. She has some like super funky, unique hobbies, right? I know exactly who I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of my friend Robin, who I think she's in her late 50s or early 60s, and she also is. She's a Foley artist. So if you don't know what a Foley artist is someone who makes sound effects in movies. And she's beautiful. She has this long, gorgeous gray hair with waves in it. And she wears these like big, fun, beautiful dresses. And there's just something so mesmerizing about her. And that's exactly what I get from Moon Glory. I imagine groups of women in flowing dresses dancing down by the beach, and someone is watching them over a cliff and just sending them blessings and kisses. Oh, right, and they're also having a full moon ceremony. That's what I get. The Harmonist, Moon Glory. Gosh, it's so good. So good. Now, I think y'all are going to really dig this one. The next on my list, ooh, I can smell it. It's so good. It's called Le Point G by Veronique GABAI. I pray that I'm saying that right. Le Point G, Veronique GABAI. Le Point G translates to the G spot. And the thing about this fragrance is the carnal desire, that it incites. It is so sexy. I have never smelled anything like this. I discovered Le Point G at Parfums Rafi in Sherman Oaks, and the sales associate that was helping me, well, she was the one that told me that this is inspired by the G spot. And it is the muskiest, most indolic, mesmerizing fragrance I have tried in a long time. In Le Point G, we have pink pepper, rose, iris, vanilla, white musk, leather, and cedarwood. Now, it's interesting because if you actually go on Fragrantica, they do have some different notes on there. Don't know how they got there, but they got there. So this is listed as a leather fragrance. And if you don't know, a little historical fact, that leather fragrances actually used to be really, 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 really popular for women in the early 1900s. And the reason being is because the idea was that women, it smelled like women. Anyway, so I'm just obsessed with this. On skin, it becomes the creamiest, most delightful, gorgeous feminine scent. It does sit a little closer to the skin. This isn't going to be bombastic, okay? This isn't going to give you that bombastic side eye kind of expression. It is going to create a really nice personal scent bubble. Some people have said that Le Point G doesn't have long longevity, but that just hasn't been my experience. It does give me a good, I would say, 4 hours of projection, and then past that, it's going to become a little bit more of a skin scent, but, spray it on your clothes, put it in a little, little pocket perfume bottle, spritz, 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 touch up, not a big deal. Personally, I would rather share with you fragrances that smell really, really beautiful than really focus on fragrances that last a really long time. Because art doesn't always have to have 12-hour projection. Anywho, Le Point G, the G spot. Veronique, GABAI. Check it out. Next on my list, we have my girl. She's on everyone's list for a reason. We have Delina by Parfums de Marly. Now, look. Yes, I know you've heard about it a million times, and there's a reason why. Delina, it just is that good. Quentin Biche has quickly become my favorite perfumer because he knows how to do beautiful florals and musk really well, which for me, that's what I get mostly from Delina. I do get a little bit of sharpness from the fruit off the top, but then you just get this gorgeous pink rose. It's like a slightly like dewy, rich pink rose, as well as this gorgeous bed of musk. And for me, there's something about rose and musk. Now, if you don't know, that in perfume therapy or even aromatherapy, the idea around the scent of rose is that it connects directly to your heart. Rose apparently is supposed to be an incredible heart opener. So it's something that centers you and helps you find your own center when you smell it. It's one of the reasons why I love rose. Most of the fragrances that I wear as like my signature scents, the fragrances that people know me by, they all have rose. I'm that girl. I love wearing rose because for me, when I think of self-seduction, yeah, I want to be centered in my heart. You know, I think of what is going to make me feel really soft and sumptuous, what is going to bring a sense of sweetness, and what is also going to help me feel like myself. And rose fragrances do it for me. It also has that fruit, that tartness off the top, which fruit, it's something that makes me feel a little more flirty, a little more girly, a little more sassy. And then the musk, it just helps me to feel comforted and cocooned and held and embraced. So Delina is that girl for me. People always tell me when I wear it that Delina smells like me. Like there's something about the fragrance that actually smells like who I am. Not just, oh, this is your signature scent, but oh, that actually smells how you feel. Which for me is the highest compliment when I'm wearing a fragrance. That's all I have for you all today. We have scents for self-seduction. What have you tried on this list? What do you love? Also, I would love to know, what are the seductive notes that you all like? Do you have the same experience with jasmine, with rose, and with musk as I do? Please let your girl know. I'm always interested. Please go ahead and hit that like button and also be sure to subscribe because number one, it helps other people find my channel and it also will help you to be notified whenever I post new videos. I'm so grateful for you all and really grateful you're here. See you on the next one.